Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle sports and gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast network.
I'm here for Peter.
And redheads. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that she-devil herself. It is
Lilith flippin' Hellfire!
That's right, kids. Part 2 of our Red Sonja. This time we're covering Spider-Man Red Sonja, the miniseries 1 through 5. And there were a few new Spider books this week.
A few? I'm starting to think they feel like they're fucking Batman.
Wow! Well, I think there was only 2 regular ones this week, and then he made a guest appearance in a certain book. So. All right, so let's get to the redhead. That's what Lil's here for.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh my God, no! I saw that an ad for I don't know what company it was doing Spider-Man and Spider character related shirts, and it was all variations on gyms and stuff. And the most comic accurate one I saw was Venom, Eddie Brock with barbells in it.
There you go.
I'm like, that's
perfect.
The most comic or accurate shirt I've ever seen.
Should just put under it, meathead.
Yes. All right. Oh God, New Year's Eve. Okay. Told Luca we could watch a movie after the ball drop. What'd he pick? I mean, we've all seen it already, but Venom 2. Or wait, was that Shang-Chi night? There was one night we watched Shang-Chi, and then the other night we watched Venom 2 again.
He actually has to watch Venom 2? Are you sure he's not an Esser by chance?
Well, no, I think he
does mansplain to you on that Totally Turtles. I'm just saying. I'm wondering.
True. That's true. He Oh, another listener. No, he's just he likes the fight scene at the end, and I know every time he cracks up at Sonny and Cher.
Yeah. Excellent. You're raising a fine young lad.
And the whole family laughed and had a warm-hearted moment at the end when Cletus is going off, and then Venom just goes, "F this guy." Anyway, speaking of, yes, Venom will be making an appearance tonight. Yes, all right. All right, kids. Spider-Man Red Sonja, like I said, 5 issues. Number 1 published August 2007. Hold on. I'm on the right page. No. All right.
Writer Michael Avon Oming.
Yes.
Pencilers Mel Ruby, colorist Brian Buccoletto. Hey, we haven't seen that guy in a while. Simon Boland, editors Bill Roseman and Alejandro Arabana.
So what? So this was like a crossover between Marvel and Dynamite comics?
Yes.
So
I mean, not that Red Sonja needs. She is literally their Spider-Man. Her and Sheena and Vampirella. That's like the trinity for them. All sexy women in bikinis. Way to have a type, Dynamite. I think the Elvira book was under their imprint for a while too. So,
yeah, maybe. I know Charlie.
Sexy women. That's their thing. Good for Dynamite. Dynamite.
Yeah, I forgot that they were doing like crossover. Marvel's doing crossovers with people.
No, that was 2007. You know.
Oh, it was right before. Okay, yeah.
They were scraping up every bit of money they could. Let me tell you.
Before Charlie.
It was dark times for Marvel fans before the 2010s. I'm just saying.
Oh,
That mid 2000s was rough.
From like 2000 until 2010.
That was a rough decade for Marvel. So that's why I feel like, if Warner Brothers ever really needs some cash, they want to sell DC. Somebody will buy them and make them better.
You're not saying there's stories where characters were being written out grossly out of character, are you? Civil War.
I mean,
because yes, I
don't think Chris Helmsworth taking time off because he potentially has Alzheimer's was the only factor of him not wanting to do another Thor movie. It's grueling on his body. It's mentally, because people hate Thor now. They prefer Loki. Like, imagine you do all that weightlifting, all of that, and the girls go crazy for this skinny, dark-haired, sickly-looking guy. Like, could you imagine? And not to mention you got Idris Elba. Everybody thirsting over him, too. So it's just like, yeah, it's a whole thing. I totally understand.
My favorite biscuit.
There's my Hemsworth rant. I mean, honestly, I'm like a dog with a bone with that one, but...
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Well, that escalated quickly.
Everybody's like, don't you like himbos? And I'm like, not that one.
He's too old. He's over 30.
There you go.
How
does it feel, boys? A little taste of ageism. How does it feel?
I was gonna say, it looks like Hollywood, man. No one over 30.
I mean, 25, really, but
Wow!
Can't let that prefrontal cortex develop,
The brain is still growing. Little flakes when multiple parts of the body are growing. Hey, well, it's a race to see what gen gets larger. Anyway,
speaking of large things, Red Sonja.
Hey-oh. Twins. Anyway, everything seems ordinary in New York City since when, as Spider-Man swings around town.
Not Marvel's New York, certainly.
Hell, these are the real New York. Come on.
Ooh.
Oh.
Shout out to the nurses. I
come
stand
on.
by the nurses.
Hey,
hopefully they don't have to strike on the 9th, but I feel like they are.
Come on, New York City. I mean, it only looks good in comparison to its neighbor, New Jersey.
You know what? Marvel's New Jersey is way better than real life New Jersey. I'll give you that. I mean, they got Kamala Khan, so...
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, even the Marvel supervillains won't go to New Jersey.
Exactly. It's a no-fly zone.
They're like,
it should be in real life.
I'll brave the negative zone or Latveria before I go to New Jersey. You're welcome, Justin. All right. As Spider-Man swings around town and fights a group of bad guys, all while talking on his cell phone.
Ooh, a cell phone! Ooh!
2007. I mean, it probably flipped open, but still. probably pulled the antenna up 2 seconds.
Yeah, definitely a flip phone. Might be a BlackBerry. The iPhone's not out just yet.
Pulled the little antenna up, But yes, he's talking on his cell phone to Mary Jane, at this point, his wife. Thank you.
F in the chat for the marriage. F in the chat for the marriage. Matter of fact, here we go.
Especially because I do believe I saw a note that says, yes, this takes place before Civil War. So.
Oh, yeah. That's why this is somewhat of a decent story.
Yeah. At the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Senator Thomas is attending a major art exhibit while struggling with his conscience over some shady dealings with his confidant, Riley. What work of fiction is this? A senator with a conscience?
Exactly.
J. Jonah Jameson welcomes the senator to the exhibit with kind words. Oh Lord, this is fiction.
Yeah, right.
Well, it is a powerful man, so Jonah's kissing butt. I believe it. All right. Hoping to score an interview. There we go. Thomas agrees to it, but his eyes are drawn to a unique necklace on display. Though the curator, Professor Jones, protests. Oh, F in the chat for the marriage. Thank you, Lilith Hellfire.
Anytime.
I was like, who's commenting? I saw a comic up in the corner of my eye. Though the curator, Professor Jones, protests, Thomas puts on the necklace. This, in turn, releases the imprisoned spirit of the sorcerer Kulan Gath. Remember him?
Who?
Remember him from last?
No, I'm kidding. That's from
Remember
the
him
last time. You should. If you're lost, go listen to the other one and then come back. Okay.
Scroll down a week, kids. Using his vast powers, he reshapes New York City into his own medieval Hyborian version of itself. Spider-Man seems
so like the 1800s. Gotcha.
Oh! I thought they were going to say the 1970s.
It didn't look that old to me, but that's none of my business.
I thought they were going to say the 1970s. Hey. Spider-Man seems
Bring back porn shops in Times Square.
Whoa.
That's the last thing New York Times Square needs. Superior puss.
All right. Spider-Man seems to be the only one unaffected by the spell. People are still in need of help, though, so he springs to action to save the commoners. As he does so, Gath wishes Professor Jones to be his scribe. Refusing, Gath kills him and then requests Jameson to take over the duties.
Like, yeah, come on. Say no, Jameson. At this point, we're all rooting for Jameson to just... Can't be the only one. Can't be the only one. He had run his at that point. I mean, they did give him new life later on, but like this time for Jameson, forget it. Forget about it. I was like, where's Robbie? We don't need you anymore, Jameson. Where's Robbie?
All right, so what do you like better? Classic version of Peter working at the Bugle, or like for a while they had him as like a high school teacher? What did you like? Or him working in like any kind of science lab? What do you like?
Well, we all know I don't like when he has his own company because that's just not Peter Parker. I actually kind of dig College Peter, where he, you know, I dig College Peter. I do.
Oh, we know, Lil Hellfire.
No, like one of my favorite versions of the Spider-Man cartoon is the one that they kind of modeled after the Spider-Man movies with Tobey on MTV, and like this time period, like that's perfect. Him and Mary Jane just kind of like, you know, young swinging kids in college and still like exploring and having fun, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's the middle ground. I it's because I'm old. I understand. It's probably why I don't really vibe with Tom Holland because he's in high school. He's high school Peter.
Yeah.
Hell. Yeah, I definitely don't vibe with high school Peter for sure. But
I'm just
I think that's the happy middle ground. Like I would love for them to say. I think that when they saw like, you know, sweatpants Peter Parker in Into the Spider-Verse, realized how much people loved it. That really was the thing that made them say, hey, we should probably bring back Tobey and Andrew for that and try to get a little thing going on Sony's side to bring those two back. Because, you know, you could potentially have married Peter and college Peter still. And I think that there's a huge market for that. And I don't know why people just are so obsessed with him in high school. I hate it.
Yeah, I know. It's like anything that's not the comics, any animation or live action anymore, they always start them off in high school. I'm like, why? I mean,
it's to get to the kids. I get it, but the kids are not. I know merch sales. The kids aren't really loving Spider-Man. They love, you know what they do love though? They love Spidey's Amazing Friends. I will give them that, but that's because it's so dang cute.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with the story. It's just cute and bright.
Yeah. Again, I mean, the comics are all right, but it's like he's working for Osborn.
Him getting married again, for the love of God. Like, Superman proved it works. People were upset when they aged up his kid. That should tell you everything you need to know about comics. We don't want the single guy with no kids. It's not relatable anymore. That's not who's buying the books anymore.
And we have enough single Spider-Men. Come on.
Well, they're low-key trying to get rid of Miles, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, well, really?
The writing's on the wall there, bud.
But I mean, we got Miles. We got let's bring we
still have Ben, and
bring Ben back to normal. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't want them to get rid of Miles, but that's what it's feeling like. They don't know what to do with him anymore. They never should have brought him to the 616 personally, but.
Well, I think they got thrown a huge curveball when that movie didn't come out on time.
Well, another reason why you really shouldn't be building that around movies. It's nice to have, but comic books are your bread and butter.
I know. Oh, that's like this week. Scarlet Witch #1 came out. Guess who's in it? Darcy. Which is like okay, but it's like
listen, I love Kat Dennings, but if it ain't Kat Dennings,
wow.
I don't want it. If it's not real life Kat Dennings, I don't want it.
I know, and I'm just like, you just did that for the MCU. Come on.
Well, and that's what it's all. Well, MCU is a whole cottage industry that's infiltrated into mainstream. That it's a whole thing. I don't want to get all Martin Scorsese about it, but it's a whole thing that I'm not appreciating, and I don't like it. Kind of like I like Darcy as a character in the MCU, but just kind of leave her out of the comics.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
All right. Gath then conjures up a sword and tells how Spider-Man and Red Sonja foiled his plans when they teamed up. This time he
would have got away with it too. It was for you, little spider, and that redhead gal.
Well, this time he wishes to pit them against each other, so they will be occupied. He calls forth Mary Jane to claim the sword and become Red Sonja. Spider-Man.
Hey, you forget? Did you mention how he turned those people into freaking goblins? By the way, I'm like, enough with the goblins. Yeah, I'm on an anti-goblin rant. I'm sorry, Russell. I'm over it. It's too many goblins.
Gobble gobble.
It is not November. There are way too many goblins for this not to be November.
Gobble gobble.
It's fine having a goblin fest.
No, it's not. I refuse.
It's fine having a sausage fest.
No, you don't even understand. The Red Goblin solicits just put me over the edge in December. I'm like, enough's enough!
I saw an ad. I'm like, what is this?
Who wants this? Who is this for? Well, it's for Russell, probably. He is the Goblin King.
Say, you know who that's for, yeah.
Got to rub that one in.
Yeah, he is the Goblin King. We'll dub him the Goblin King. It's fine. In more ways than one. Hell.
No, I invented that, you dick.
So Spider-Man continues to fight his assailants who have somehow become goblins in the meantime. Even though he saves the people, they fear Spider-Man as a demon. Getting away, he sees what used to be the Met in a strange glow. He goes to it to investigate and sees Mary Jane climbing the wall.
She's at it again!
To get to the sword on the roof, confronting her after she grabs it. He is instead faced with Red Sonja. So she picked up the sword and said, I have the power.
Totally. Shout out to Target. I actually found that sheer set I was looking for, and it was on clearance. So.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to Target. 40 years of She-Ra, don't forget. She's not just He-Man's twin sister. She's her own person, damn it.
Hey, shout out to Barnes & Noble. When every other store was sold out after Christmas, I went to Barnes & Noble and got my damn Lego Optimus Prime there.
Oh, you got it at Barnes & Noble. Nice.
Yep.
You know, I haven't been in there in forever. Like, every time I go past the one near my house, it's like, they always have, like, that sidewalk sale. And I thumb through like, the comic book section. I'm like, I already got this.
Well, if we go down to Dave & Buster's, when you come up this time, yeah, we can.
As long as there's no winter weather or mass failings of Delta Airlines, we should be fine.
Yeah, there's a big shopping complex. There's a Barnes & Noble down there, too, so.
Cool beans.
It's my birthday. We'll do what I want.
I just love it. Oh, comics.
It's my birthday.
Now we're going to make Phil get a pedicure and a manicure.
Ooh. It's my birthday. Birthday. Not yet. All right, so thoughts on issue 1, or should we move to issue 2?
Let's just move on, because this is all just set up. Like, I will say, I do like the art for this series, this little mini series for sure.
Yes. And
yeah, it's a setup issue. We're not missing anything. It's okay.
And all for the low price of $2.99.
That's 2007. We're getting ready to face a financial crisis. I get it. Nobody's holding the line at $2.99 except for Alternative Comics, which is still holding the line at $1.99.
Hey, I found
some in my back bin actually.
Really?
In my one of my comic book shops. I was like, what?
Oh my.
That's interesting.
Hey, Spawn line holding the line at $2.99. McFarlane's holding the line at $2.99.
Wait, wasn't King Spawn more than that? I feel like some of them were more than $2.99.
Oh, maybe some of them are, but I know this week Spawn came out and on the back.
Main Spawn definitely.
Okay.
That means the price is getting ready to go up, Mark. When they start saying still hold the line, I don't trust it.
All the ones.
Thank you, DC.
What are you saying?
For
All the
ruining my trust.
Oh, I think I still have the poster here folded up. It says it does hold the line at $2.99. Okay, sure.
Just tweet DC Comics like, hey, remember this?
I should.
Stop adding unnecessary backup stories nobody asked for, and just keep it at $2.99.
And yes, kids, there was one other Kulan Gath battle between last week's Marvel team up and this, which was from Uncanny X-Men. What was
Boo.
that? 190 and 191, because
terrible issues. Don't worry about it.
Well, most people don't remember because history was changed. Time messing with time in the next.
Time being messed with in Marvel. Get out of town.
Time travel in an
X-Men book.
Oh,
that's like their shtick. That in space, basically.
Oh, did you pick up X-Men Legends this week? It's the first part of a Bishop story.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
That's the only reason. Because y'all know
know.
I love me some Bishop. I feel like him and Cable should be best friends, and I don't know why they aren't.
I think they get along all right. All right. So, Spider-Man Red Sonja number 2. Same team. Cover date November 2007.
I want one where Red Sonja possesses freaking Black Cat.
What?
She's like, oh, blonde. What is this?
Oh my!
Because it's always Mary Jane. It's very funny.
What about a issue of Mary Jane Black Cat guest starring Red Sonja?
I don't think the internet could handle that.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
Exactly.
Lubricated eels are the best.
Oh my!
It's the only clam and gam fest I want. Damn it.
All right. Speaking of masturbation, in his bathroom, in the bathroom of his apartment, Eddie Brock. Stop.
They were really going all out. It's like the second issue and Venom shows up. Really, bro?
Oh my God! Russell's in the room. So we see.
Did somebody say?
We spoke his name too many times.
Like some form of goblin magic. Here comes Russell.
Not the Candy Man, the Mountain Dew Man.
Congrats, by the way, Russell. Congrats.
Yes, congrats.
And belated happy birthday.
Although Ray had to outshine you, so you know. Ray always has to be center of attention. All right. Eddie Brock scowls down at a copy of the Daily Bugle newspaper calling Venom a villain, complaining about his bad reputation when he's willing to do what Spider-Man isn't.
Lethal protector! Suck it!
Yeah, I'll eat a brain.
What you gonna do about it? Nothing.
Oh my God. They should have just had him like pumping iron and like listening to like Norwegian death metal or something.
Absolutely.
The Venom symbiote addresses Eddie through his reflection, telling him they need to make the people of Manhattan see what they're capable of. I thought they already did. Eddie protests due to the symbiote's viciousness.
He means it a good way. He means it a good way this time.
Eddie protests due to the symbiote's viciousness, causing him to sometimes do bad things. Like Lilith and brown liquor.
See, Phil gets it. He gets it. He's the only person that gets it.
But the symbiote hisses that in feeding on the wicked, they're doing the right thing. Man. The Lilith Hellfire playbook tonight. A surge of blinding light emanates from Eddie's mirror, and he finds himself in a medieval stone and wood building. The symbiote telling him that Kulan Gath is summoning them to play a role in the world he's remaking. Giving in, Eddie transforms into Venom and says it's time to take revenge on Spider-Man and make the world pure for their Lord and Master. As Spider-Man, well, yeah.
Well, that escalated quickly.
As Spider-Man reels from being slashed, Red Sonja snaps that no man can lay a hand on her without paying for it in blood.
And it's just chef's kiss on that line. Relatable.
Lilith perfects that line in the mirror. That's what
See,
breaking.
kids, it's Marvel's fault. Blame them.
I learned it from watching you, Red Sonja. Breaking his fall and confused as to why Mary Jane is wearing nothing but a chainmail bikini.
He's not confused. He's aroused.
Oh, he drunk.
It's like, can we keep that? Let me just take some pictures so I can make you a costume when we get home.
Superior puss.
Breaking and waving around a sword, Spider-Man tries to talk some sense into her and is attacked for his trouble. Red Sonja calling him a demon and redoubling her efforts to kill him. Growing frustrated after getting kicked in the crotch.
Couple balls down the gullet.
Oh, that's it. Oh, with full blood flow. Oh man, that's even worse.
Couple of balls down the gob.
Spider-Man.
Like, one more time, woman, and you're gonna get this backhand.
They big units.
Spider-Man stops holding back and disarms Red Sonja, though she punches him in the face and snarls that she swore an oath to kill Kulan Gath and all who serve him. Spider-Man.
So, like, what are you on about, lady? I'm the good guy here. Everybody knows Jameson and
Whoa.
Eddie.
Exactly. But he said doesn't have a clue what she's talking about, but she doesn't believe him and shouts that his strange skin smells of evil.
Well, that's what happens, boys. When you masturbate, we can smell it on you.
What? Well, really?
Make sure you wash your hands.
Oh my! Oh my!
It's a pheromone thing, though. But yeah.
But she does.
So when you're an incel, it's because you masturbate too much. Maybe knock it off. The smell is not cool, bro.
I think I just found our weekly intro for Salty and Petty. Quit masturbating so much, incels.
No, don't put that out on the internet. I'm not trying to be doxxed, bro.
Justin, that's a rant. Go ahead, take it and run with it, Justin.
Or at least favorite biscuits.
Takes the biscuit. Spider-Man says he doesn't have a clue who or what she's talking about, but she doesn't believe him and smell. Yeah, it's strange skin smells. No, just say he doesn't wash his suit.
It's made of unstable molecules. It washes itself. Damn it.
That Gath's men murdered her family and raped her, and that she was given.
Yes, the only backstory that women can have.
Well, if you don't kill them, yeah.
F in the chat for Nubia. F in the chat for Nubia's new origin. Unnecessary.
All right, back to Lilith Hellfire playbook. As she tackles him off the roof of the fortress they're fighting on, Spider-Man tells himself that this all has to be a nightmare and that any minute he'll wake up and they'll be in bed together. Hey,
She does not want to hear that, bro, after she just told you what she told you. Read the room, Pete. Read the room.
Talking about smelling pheromones. Crashing through the roof of a tavern, Sonja spots her blade and grabs it. Walking over to where Spider-Man lies, seemingly unconscious, and prepares to kill him. She diverts her stab at the last second as Mary Jane fights Sonja for control, muttering that Spider-Man is a great warrior as she peels back his mask and whispering his name as she prepares to kiss him. Red Sonja reasserts herself, recoiling in disgust, and Spider-Man realizes that Sonja's control over Mary Jane's body is dependent on her staying in contact with her sword. Before he can
I thought it's the other way around, usually, but, you know, gotta stay in control, you gotta hold your own sword, but, okay.
Yeah, just ask Thor.
Yeah.
All right. Before he can press the issue, his spider sense, among other things, goes off.
Ting a lid, ting.
You know that thrill of being close to death? Yeah.
What? Whoa, Lilith.
Allegedly.
What's better, Lilith, being choked out or choking someone else out in the middle?
I only know the latter, not the former. ask somebody else about that first one.
I don't know though. If you choke them out, I mean, don't they? I don't know.
He goes.
It takes a pure professional, Phil. That's a Patreon chat. Let us know if you want that information, Patreon, please.
I still want to know who you met in Vegas. What adult bars you met in Vegas? Oh.
I'll never tell.
Come on, the boys are paying for Patreon. Come on.
I'll never tell. Unless you up your patronage.
That's what I want for my birthday. You have to tell me in private. And Venom rips through the wall of the tavern, speaking in butchered early modern English, which Spider-Man immediately calls him out on, and saying that Kulan Gath demands their blood. Transforming his head into a massive set of jaws, Venom attempts to devour them both in a single bite, but Spider-Man and Red Sonja manage to talk.
Oh boy. Is that a sentient tongue and a detachable jaw?
Is that it? Yes. Is that an unhinged?
My, what a hungry boy.
Wow.
Is that a sentient tongue?
Oh my. What are you doing with that?
Wouldn't it be funny if just freaking Red Sonja killed Venom and we had no more Venom because Martin was looking bleak for Marvel. Let's kill everybody. They'll never get these rights to Venom.
What happened to that jaw?
Spread it. You wonder why we're not monetized, Phil.
Yes, because I use Lilith Hellfire.
We depend on the kindness of strangers because we're perverts.
Come on, Manscaped. Come on. Raising her
Come on,
sword.
little blue pills.
How many times you said that in your life, Lilith Hellfire?
And now you know why I only date younger men.
Oh my. Speaking of medieval weaponry, raising her sword, Sonja faces down Venom and declares that as a servant of Kulan Gath, he must die. At the Metropolitan Museum.
Why is it always the Metropolitan Museum of Art? Leave Mama alone. Leave it alone.
The only place they store that sword, man. Kulan Gath gloats that he managed to.
It should honestly be at the Natural History Museum in D.C. or the Smithsonian, but that's none of my business. It's none of my business.
Spider-Man's not in those cities.
He could be visiting for a story. Let's switch it up.
It's true.
And low-key, there are other museums in New York.
Kulan Gath gloats that he managed to bend Venom to his will. Like, that's hard.
That's not hard to do.
Telling his scribe, J. Jonah Jameson, that
he's a doorknob. Everybody gets a turn.
Whoa!
I mean, how many people have had that damn symbiote at this point?
I told you, it's like Charlie Sheen. It's been in everybody.
Definitely full of tiger blood. Definitely full of tiger blood.
Winning! That's Eddie Brock all day. His next degree will be to have all women with red hair decapitated so as to prevent Sonja's soul from dwelling a new body.
See, that's what they should do, and then it's up to Black Cat. See, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Mary Jane happens to have a wig on, so and she's out of town. Next story, mark my words, if they ever do another crossover.
And give it to Jed McKay.
Yes.
Gleefully watching Venom battle.
Although, who would you want on art? That's a toughie.
Yes.
But I'm going to go out of the way and say Mark Bagley.
I was going to say that's always top of my list, but yeah.
That word, look, listen, this is the only time that I'm going to advocate for Junior. Give it to Romita Jr. or Mark Bagley. Those are the only acceptable artists for me.
We can't get Jim Lee back in Marvel, can we?
I mean, if they ask nicely from everything that I've heard, but haven't asked nicely, so.
Oh, and Greg Capullo's coming back to Marvel.
That they might actually put the way, like, hey, you might want to make a with Jim Lee because DC is imploding. We all need somewhere to go here.
I mean, you want to push some units.
Honestly, Jim Lee will probably end up over at Frank Miller's company.
Oh, maybe.
Is my prediction.
But I was gonna say, we would just do like a one project. You know, put Jim Lee on some X-Men miniseries. You tell me you're not gonna sell the hell out of that?
As long as Chris is out of the picture, because we are sick of Chris at this point, and Hickman. Get him out of there!
Claremont still tried, man. It's Extreme
Bless his heart. He is trying, but he is not doing well.
Extreme X-Men.
It's like, honey, it's time to retire. It's time to retire.
I mean, it's pretty
Enough's
sad.
enough.
It's pretty sad when a book with Bishop and Storm is, you know, Lilith Hellfire is like,
Yeah, it's like literally, finally, we can address. Oh, we're not going to address it? Okay.
And Rogue. Damn it. No, read Kelly's new Captain Marvel, man. I mean, Rogue and Gambit are there. Along with Jessica Drew.
Oh, okay. I mean, you know how I feel about Captain Marvel. I mean, like I said, Kelly's did the Lord's work. I liked the little bit that I read of it, but I
told you,
it's
Brood.
something about Carol Danvers. Like, I just
Brood.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And they're about to cross over with the whatever issue of X-Men is coming out in
for
February.
Acts of. Oh. Okay.
No, there's just like the Brood story. Like
okay.
In February, it's one issue X-Men and one issue Captain Marvel. So.
All right, fine. Phil twisted my arm into spending money. It's fine. I always do that to him too, though.
I'm telling you.
Why are you not reading this book?
I'm telling you, one, it's good. I mean, the Brood story, it's good, and two, Kelly's been good to us. She's talked to us how many times?
No, I love Kelly.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, it's just something about Carol Danvers, and no amount of good writing can fix it. It's just, too many years of that Carol Danvers that I hate with a passion. Can't get past it. And the movie doesn't help.
Oh,
the movie version does not help.
Yeah, no.
Are they still fighting Venom and Red Sonja?
Gleefully watching Venom battle with Sonja, Kulan Gath orders his scribe to tell him all about the symbiote supervillain. In Times Square, Vermin, astride a giant fire-breathing rat.
Hopefully he got his freaking shekels for that.
Mr. DeMatteis, yes, I hope so.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Especially not at this time.
No, before Disney, yeah, no. At this point, they're like, we don't have the money. Before Charlie Esser's Dark Lord took over. So Vermin astride a giant fire-breathing rat. All right, when did we wander into Russell's imagination?
Wild. Like
hey, I was just watching South Park Imagination Land Part 1, so imagine.
Oh my God, the one with the they get the ninja weapons was on last night. You know, when Butters takes the
such a good one. That's such a good one. I can't wait till we do our South Park episode of Salty and Petty. Be there or be square, boys.
You get it.
And ladies.
Yes. You can't have
I just assume boys because we're 12-year-old boys here. But...
You can't have all those powers, badass. Oh my God! But no,
for Thanksgiving we totally need to do the PlayStation versus Xbox one with Princess Kenny.
Okay, yeah. And a horde of monsters drive a crowd of civilians towards the sacrificial pits. Joe Robertson snatched up a terrified child as she falls and telling her that he'll protect her. Gloating, Vermin sneers that they will be sacrificed to mark the ascension of his lord and master, Kulan Gath.
Sure.
Venom's brawl with Red Sonja and Spider-Man spills out into the streets. The symbiote supervillain enraging Sonja by calling her a harlot.
Your mother's a whore! You got garbage in your muff! That's what he just said.
Whoa!
Another little South Park reference.
I know. As Venom lunges and snarls that he'll eat their brains, the classic, Spider-Man dodges and Red Sonja kicks Venom in the head.
I mean, there's nothing up there anyway, so...
Exactly. Shouting that she'll send him back to the pit that spawned him. Sonja slashes Venom, drawing blood, and Spider-Man warns her that underneath the living darkness is a human who, while deeply flawed, doesn't deserve to die.
Peter, shut the F up. Let her do her job. That's your problem.
That floating head of guilt is behind.
That's your problem. You talk too much.
Uncle Mephisto's whispering in his
Uncle
ear.
Mephisto. It's like, I don't want to deal with Brock down here. You.
Leave him up there with your aunt. Sonia dismisses this and scolds him for talking.
He's like, honestly, your best friend Matt too. He can stay up there. I've had my fun with him in the woods.
Oh my!
If you know, you know.
There's a drop. There's a drop, kids. Spider-Man snaring Venom with webbing and retorting that while she distracts enemies with a skimpy outfit, he distracts them with bad jokes.
I mean, he's not wrong. That's too little of a deep cut.
Snarling that Sonia is right, Venom snares Spider-Man with a tendril and says he'll silence him by eating his tongue.
I don't think those are tentacles.
I don't think you want to eat a sentient tongue, but that's fine.
Whatever floats.
At that point, it's like eating octopus. No thanks.
I don't think those are tentacles.
Taste the bit.
It's like, now we have Noel Tate. Hey, Russell.
Noel has entered the chat. Where's Ray?
Russell.
Somebody get Ray on the phone.
Russell in and out. Now Noel's here. So Venom slams Spider-Man into the roof of the castle. Red Sonja cursing Spider-Man's recklessness as she clambers up to save him. Venom snarls that the Lord wants Spider-Man dead and slashes him with his claws. Ray the Biscuit. I don't know, man. Did you see that announcement today? Too much gravy, all right? Or this week, too much gravy.
I don't know what's going on. I don't want to know what's going on.
What the F?
Somebody hold me. I'm scared.
But yeah, he ripping Spider-Man's costume and sending him flying into the swamp that used to be Central Park.
I mean, it's only fitting. Only fitting.
True. Horrified that Spider-Man might have been killed, Sonia slashes Venom across the chest and leaps after Spider-Man, vowing to return after she saved him. As Sonia dives into the swamp, Venom snarls that he'll devour her for making him bleed, but is interrupted by the arrival of Vermin, who says he can feast all he wants if he does Kulan Gath's bidding. Gravy the biscuit. At Sheep's Meadow, Kulan Gath executioners begin dragging red-haired women out of the crowd, beheading them and mounting their severed heads on pikes.
It's a bad dye job, they scream. It's a bad dye job. See the roots?
Take no chances. Bring me the head of Ronald McDonald.
I agree.
Which corporations, Lilith?
Eat the rich. We save all our socialist rants for Salty and Petty, but it might seep into here. No, you never know.
I just need a song, Lilith. All the socialist rants bring the boys to the yard.
And my rants are better than yours.
No offense, Justin. Kulan Gath gloats that he has successfully conquered the city, even with Red Sonja hunting him, but then he managed to set her against Spider-Man, and now both of them are dead. James?
Babes, do you know what book you're in?
Exactly.
I don't think they know what book they're in.
Plus, it's a inter-company crossover. No one's dying here. Jameson dourly writes as Kulan Gath states that he will soon be powerful enough to transform the entire world in his image, leaving it a rotting effigy for the gods to gaze upon in horror. Someone was a goth in high school.
I mean, it was already that. You didn't have to change it, babes.
New York City, yeah. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Noel. 2023, best of Lil Socialist Rants next New Year's. Oh,
you got it, buddy.
That's how we end the year. Although I don't know how you're going to top the first episode.
Oh, I'm sure somebody's going to piss me off enough. Some company. Trust me.
Wait till you actually make it here and be like, you know what they did on that effing plane? Sonia grabs Spider-Man and hauls him to the surface of the swamp, still confused by the nagging sensation at the back of her mind that he is someone close and dear to her, someone she can trust and rely upon for backup. Muttering that she'll figure that out later, she tells the unconscious Spider-Man that Kulan Gath intends to sacrifice every person in the city and enact a ritual to obtain godlike power, as he's done countless times in the past. Sonja deposits Spider-Man on the shore and leaves to find more allies, but the moment she's out of eyesight, Kulan Gath soldiers come across Spider-Man and grab him, carrying him away to be sacrificed. Spotting this, Red Sonja curses her bad luck and hurries off to find more allies so she can rescue him. Having learned that the Venom symbiote about the Venom symbiote from Jameson, Kulan Gath gleefully declares his intent to strip it from its host and claim its dark power. Stripping dark power and taking it for themselves. A too-low hellfire.
I mean, that's why you can't let anybody know, man. You gotta keep your secret a secret, bro. Eddie talks too much. Well, Venom talks too much, so.
I know, he's either trying to bite someone else's head off or eat his own face. All right.
This one definitely ramped it up. I like the struggle that, they show that Mary Jane is super strong-willed. I love that. So that was a cool part of the book that I liked.
Yay. Oh yeah, we're gonna need more villains in issue 3.
I mean, I love this cover for real. I want this as a poster so bad.
What, Venom with the sword and
the costumes, yeah. It's really cool.
All right, same team for issue 3. Cover date December 2007. At the castle that was once the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Kulan Gath summons Venom and revels in the ravenous malice of the symbiote. As he prepares to cast
the best symbiote. Sorry, Carnage. Sorry, Toxin. You're all derivative!
As he prepares to cast a spell to strip the symbiote from its host, he senses Venom suddenly break free of his control. Furious at his defiance, Kulan Gath magically slams Venom into the roof of his castle and declares his intent.
He likes it rough, so it's cool, bro.
Whoa!
That's canon. Don't roll me.
I know, but you don't have to kink shame him.
You don't have to put it out there like that.
You don't have to kink shame him.
No kink shaming, just pointing out a fact.
And declares his intent to rip out Venom's heart and eat it to gain his power. And then when he does so, the world will fall before him.
I don't think the symbiote would like that very much. So
ripping out hearts and eating them to retain.
He's like,
power.
we eat brains here, bud, not hearts, brains.
This old withered man eating hearts to gain power. Shh, Rudy Giuliani doesn't want you to tell his secrets.
Exactly. Well, yeah. Shout out to everybody who's suing for Epstein's Island. Best of luck to you. We're with you.
Yay.
Also, everybody that's suing Benedict Cumberbatch. Thank you.
What? Are they?
For owning slaves. You haven't heard this?
You mean
it was a thing back in the day, but like now they're dead too, so they're suing him. They're like all his descendants that they have Cumberbatch on the island of Barbados are suing him. For
really?
Reparations. Yeah.
It is like
this is things Disney doesn't want you to know, but I'll tell you.
I
knew first Jeremy Renner's accident and all this. I don't know. Not looking good for you, Mouse. House of Mouse. Not looking good for you. Don't expect Doctor Strange 4 anytime soon. Elizabeth Olsen's like, yes, everything's coming up, Elizabeth Olsen. I shall be the supreme sorcerer of the Marvel MCU.
Maybe she could get on the lunchbox.
Exactly. Anywho, sorry for that distraction, but
that's all right. Oh my god.
Listen, the start of 23 has been wild as hell, and I'm here for it. I'm like, yes, destroy everything, burn it all down.
Okay, supervillain. Spider-Man regains consciousness just
Lex Luthor is my idol. Are you surprised?
Spider-Man regains consciousness just in time to dodge a Black Widow spider about to land on him. Noticing that speaking of redheads, noticing that he's in a stonework hut with several civilians, all of whom are regarded.
That's the crossover we need, actually.
Red Sonja and Black Widow.
Yes.
Yes. Throw in some Jean Grey for
the trifecta. Namor's like, hello, ladies. How you doing?
The Trinity of Red. All right, yes, Red Sonja, Black Widow, and Jean Grey. Okay.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
I'll chance it. I mean, it's mostly metal in here. It'll be all right.
Pretend you're drinking, double fisted. All right.
Definitely not getting monetized for this video.
All of whom are regarding him with fear and horror. Joe Robertson approaches, and Spider-Man laments that he's been affected by Kulan Gath's magic and is also speaking in botched early modern English with no memory of the city as it originally was. Outside the prison, Red Sonja delivers a rousing speech to a group of citizens turned barbarian warriors before leading them in a frontal assault on the death camp. As Robertson explains that Kulan Gath intends to use their blood in a dark ritual to conquer the universe itself, Sonja's attack reaches the prison. Spider-Man tells Robertson to keep the other civilians safe while he joins her in fighting Kulan Gath's
He's not
army.
Tombstone. What's he gonna do?
Oh, burn! He joins her in fighting Kulan Gath's army of trolls and other monsters.
That was for Ray.
Oh, why do you go Ray and troll?
No, I mean for Tombstone.
Oh, okay.
Tombstone.
That's true.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Venom's raw physical strength and feral ferocity overwhelm Kulan Gath, but before the sorcerer can be eaten, he shoves Venom away, landing on a dome.
Even the villain gets away. Boo!
Landing on a dome and licking blood from his claws. Venom hisses that Kulan Gath is tasty. Horrified.
Evil does taste good. Allegedly.
No one would know better than Lilith Hellfire.
I mean, I do like Mountain Dew, so.
Oh! Goes great with those Joker nuggets.
Where's the Joker nuggets?
Well, Joker's pregnant, so I guess he doesn't have nuggets anymore.
Wow! Oh, yeah, you see the internet was full hot about that.
I'm like, babes, you don't even read the comics. Shut the hell up.
I know.
Don't even know what's going on here.
Because like half the people commented and were like, this isn't real.
They're making money. Y'all don't know what's going on.
Half the internet was like, this isn't real, is it? And they're like, yeah, read a comic. Yeah, it is. Horrified.
We'll get to that eventually, I'm sure.
It was at Zantana. Horrified and outraged at being wounded, Gath berates Venom for daring to so much as touch him, but Venom's only response is to laugh and lunge at the sorcerer. Before Venom can attack, Kulan Gath grabs him by the head and gloats that while Venom is powerful, he's lacking in knowledge. Duh.
I mean, he's not wrong. That's an epic burn. Because Eddie Brock always tried to pretend to be the smartest person in the room, but he's the idiot in the room.
You haveth no knowledge. Burn. He sneers that Venom's power comes from living darkness, and that his power comes from blood, and that consuming his blood gave him control of the symbiote. Stripping the Venom symbiote from Eddie Brock, Kulan Gath pawns with it. Standing back to back and surrounded by enemies, Spider-Man and Red Sonja trade banter as they fend off a group of trolls before finding themselves face to face. Sonja flirtatiously remarks that she finds him impressive and presses against him. Oh, I'm sorry. But Vermin ruins the moment by charging towards them on his giant fire-breathing rat. Sonja's sword fails to penetrate the beast's hide.
I need this playset from Lego desperately.
Yes.
Oh, New York transformed. We got the giant flying rat. I need it. I need the Met as the cast. I need it desperately. I know it'll never happen because it's a crossover, but still.
But she's able to slice through the enchanted chains, enabling Vermin to control. You know, it'll be like Spider-Man and medieval Mary Jane.
Exactly. In a chainmail bikini, yeah. They're like, bro, so the redheads in chainmail bikini. That's our thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Lego, no, we need fully sculpted action figures of this.
We need a McFarlane set. We need a McFarlane set, but McFarlane doesn't do Marvel, so.
I know.
They're both petty as hell, and I love them for it both.
The giant rat throws Vermin off and rampages. Spider-Man shoving Sonja out of the way before being stomped on. Enraged, Sonja impales the giant rat through the head, killing it.
Ooh, animal gore. Definitely would not fly in 2023.
As Robertson leads the civilians through the breach that she made in the prison walls, Sonja calls Spider-Man a valiant fool, though he replies that he's the only one who remembers. Lifting his mask, Sonja whispers that she can sense Mary Jane inside her, influencing her and merging with her. We wouldn't want to merge with Mary Jane Hill. Spider-Man laments that if Kulan Gath isn't stopped, then Sonja will completely subsume Mary Jane. And as she helps him to his feet and supports him, Sonja swears a sacred oath not to let that happen. Recovering as his spider sense goes off, Spider-Man thanks her but warns her of incoming danger. Russell, if you're listening back to this, here's your moment. As the Hobgoblin astride a giant bat, the Lizard transformed into a frill-necked beast, and Scorpion, who now has pincers and an exoskeleton, all charged
Like he originally should have always had.
charge them in the name of Kulan Gath. Inside Kulan Gath's castle, J. Jonah Jameson kneels before his now symbiote augmented master, dictating the most glorious of triumphs, the ascendancy and
Kneel before your God.
impending apotheosis of Kulan Gath. So yes, Scorpion's here, transformed, because I guess the Shocker was busy.
They were like, we're gonna give Shocker a break from getting beat up here.
I mean, where's Shocker throw? No, if anyone, it would have been Electro throwing lightning or something.
Oh, absolutely. No, maybe. Nobody cares about Electro at this point. So
yeah, but if the choice of Electro or Shocker, I always go with Electro.
I mean, but Electro actually has a chance of having a decent plan. Shocker never does. He's just there for cannon fodder.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want a competent villain, go with a more competent villain. Go with Electro over Shocker. All right. That's another episode we need to do one day. It's like the worst Spider-Man villain.
Did we do that already? I mean, I'm down to. I feel like we did a top 10 back in the day, didn't we?
That's our Patreon this year. The worst Spider-Man battle of the worst Spider-Man villains.
I'm not going through that anymore. No. We
my...
only do stuff we like on Patreon, just in case it takes off.
Oh, you're just gonna sit there. Charlie will do
and speaking of which, patrons, if you want to get to know us this month, we will be doing this, that, or the third for our Patreon episode. So feel free to send in your questions for us to answer as a little bonus.
Yes. Or anything you want to know about. If you want to know what Lilith Hellfire wouldn't do, yes, send in your questions.
I'm Meatloaf. I won't do that. But what is I won't do that?
What is that, kids? Anything over 25. Hail. I'm going to get that spit take one day. All right.
So close.
All right, so issue 4.
This could have been a 3-issue miniseries, but I'm glad they went the full 5 for a change.
That's right. Oh, wait a minute.
Because 6 would have been too much, honestly. Hell.
It's never too. Oh, you said 6. Okay, never mind. All right, I have no synopsis for issue 4. What the hell?
People got sick of it.
I guess. Or 5. 4 or 5 have no synopsis.
What the F?
Time to break out the collection.
Yes, let's break out the collection. Give us one moment for this technical difficulty we just encountered.
Sonja's glutes. All right. Somebody doesn't skip leg day. All right.
They're not Diggle.
Oh, did you see he's going to be
Sorry, David Ramsey. I love you.
Did you see?
Everybody's like, oh, he's coming back. I'm like, babes, Emil's been begging to come back since Arrow ended. The F you talking about? He's desperate. He hasn't gotten anything since he left Arrow like he thought he would. So
Mel's going to be back. Diggle's going to be back. Wally's back. Catwoman's back.
Yeah.
Red Death.
Last season's going to be absolute garbage. But anyway.
Oh, no. All right, so yes, what happens in issue 4? Yes, Spider-Man and Red Sonja fight all these, transformed D-listers.
Transformers, villains in disguise. Wait a minute, that's not how that goes.
Oh my god, and Hobgoblin tries to kiss Red Sonja.
Ooh, that's the last thing you want to do.
All right, Lilith, repeat after me. No man steals a kiss from Sonja without tasting death.
Agreed.
And then they find like the edge of the spell because the city's all normal. Well, as normal as New York gets out there.
I was gonna say, don't go that far.
And then Spider-Man runs into a Kulan Gath symbiote. So yes, now literally everyone has that as symbiote. Oh my! And then as she's battling the Hobgoblin, Red Sonja gets those Peter and Mary Jane memories. She's moaning, Peter.
She's
Mary
like,
Jane.
my oh my.
Oh look! They even showed like the upside down kiss. So
It's not as iconic.
whoa! I think little Hellfire just hit the button or something. She's gone. Hello?
Kick me out.
I thought you kicked yourself out. I was gonna say, you get too excited. I was
like, hello?
about to say upside down kiss.
Cold, wet, hard nipples.
No, that was overrated for sure.
Excuse pictures what a somewhat naked glowing Mary Jane. And then the Force, Sonja takes a bullet.
She's like, what is this contraption?
I love how they shoot her in the shoulder. We're not going to hit anything vital.
Like the boobs.
Yes. They hit they hit her. They didn't hit her in that like 6 inches of skin she actually has covered.
Exactly.
But then we get the 5, and Kulan Gath has Spider-Man all trussed up.
As he should.
But then we get Sonja captured too. But then they break free. And of course,
I don't know about this cover though. Like Hobgoblin on the cover is kind of a turn off, and like that bat looks like Man Bat, what Kurt turns into. I'm just saying.
Wait, what cover is that for?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, even though you don't like it, Lilith, they're bringing somebody. It's bringing somebody.
True. Like I said, not everything is for everybody, and I'm glad that Hobgoblin got his chance to shine in this really epic crossover. I thought it was really cool the villains that they did decide to bring in, because like I wouldn't have thought to do Scorpion either personally, or Vermin.
Yeah, it might just be some creators' favorites, or sometimes they're just like, ask the artist, who do you want to draw?
No, I honestly feel like they were like, who do you want to draw? For sure. Mm-hmm. And Red Sonja looks so freaking good in this whole thing, though. Like, she looked, honestly, if we're going to be honest, she looks a little better than she does in the Dynamite.
Oh, my.
I think that, well, no, and I think that's because, no shade to Dynamite, but Marvel actually has more money, like, in their, publishing print process and stuff. So,
yeah.
Like, you can tell the difference in their stock paper when you read the comics. Marvel's is slightly more glossy. They kind of, emphasize more on like the coloring and the inks than some of the indie companies. So I think that's probably what it is. It really makes her pop. So everybody, every publishing company has like a different emphasis on different things. Like a lot of people more are like letters and inks. And because especially in like modern day process, like you don't really need the colors because you can fix it in post,
Yeah. But yeah, so the spell gets broken, everyone's back to normal. Sonja gets sent home. Eddie Brock gets his symbiote back.
There is a really epic image of that whole Venom symbiote that I like in this issue too. When he's standing over Spider-Man, the one where he's like, not after my subjects watches I dine on your very soul. Like I like that particular panel. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of.
And then they have that whole other panel where he's actually over him getting ready to.
And of course, there's tons of great shots of Red Sonja in these. So.
And the memory shot is really cool too, especially them on the scooter. I love that. I love that one. The Vespa. And then the Mysterio thing. Ugh,
remember when they were married kids?
I do, and I will never forgive them for it. So
exactly.
That's why it's tough to be a Spider-Man fan when you're over 25.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, these are like, I don't think they reprinted these except for like there's this collection that has the 5 issues and the Marvel team ups in it too.
Yeah, didn't this have a variant too, if I'm not mistaken?
I
A
think
variant
so.
cover.
I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, it's not as good as the one that they ended up putting out, but it is a variant cover. Fun fact, kids.
But yeah, kids, hardcover, $20.
I just have the individual issues.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. Some things I really like individual issues. Other things I will go ahead and do, like, you know, a paper trade or a hardback. But
yeah, for some reason I didn't pick it up at the time because usually if I try to pick them up or you know either.
yeah, this is definitely obviously on my radar at the time. So I've always been kind of the indie gal. So you know, especially since Red Sonja has crossed over with Archie. So well, Veronica and Betty specifically, and Vampirella, and Harley and Poison Ivy. I'm just saying, Archie universe is cool. Archieverse is cool, man. We got Predator,
Punisher,
Batman 66.
Oh, that's right.
Batman, my favorite character.
The chance is never zero, Ray.
He's like it's over an hour.
Damn it! We were almost there.
It's over an hour. I thought it was out. I thought it was clean.
We lulled you into a false sense of security, Ray.
Ah. You didn't think that bear trap was there, and it was. That drop bear trap.
Drop bear trap.
All right, so yeah, so this gets the Lilith Hellfire seal of approval. This series, right?
Yeah, obviously, so good. Like I feel like it didn't feel like a cash grab too bad. I feel like the setup issue was a lot, but like not. I know Red Sonja is not very familiar with a lot of people, so I totally get that. That was like my only thing, but then I have to understand from a point of view. Not everybody's as cool as me and knows all there is to know about like Conan and Red Sonja and all those things. So even though he did guest appear, she did guest appear once already, but you know they're not relying on that. It's the you know. It's the naughties. So like, you know, the fan base was definitely changing at Marvel where it's like they can't expect everybody to have read everything previously, where I feel like they really did rely on that a lot, especially in the 90s. Like they just really honestly assumed a lot. People were just reading everything.
I know. What's so weird in this that was the weird thing in this series. You didn't even get like an editor's note because it's like that Marvel team up issue was 1979, and then 2007 they're like, oh yeah, did you read that in 1970? You know, they even mentioned
half the people weren't even alive that were reading at the time. Like I know a lot of fans had left at that point, and then they did end up coming back eventually, but this was a really dark time for Marvel. So
oh yeah. Okay, new issues real quick. I know we're running long, but did you read Spider-Man 4?
Yeah, I did.
Dan Slott.
I'm not feeling it right now. I don't know what. And this is no shade to the writer or anything or the artist. I'm just after the 60th anniversary being what it ended up being. I feel like they don't care about Spider-Man. He's just becoming Batman. They're just putting out books for the sake of putting out books for merch in the movies at this point.
But it's like we've already done like 2 Spider-Verse things already.
Like, why are you wasting Dan Slott and Mark Bagley? Like, honestly, why? I feel like this is an editorial mandate to tread water. So
did we need to come back to this again? I don't know if they were just like kind of like tying up loose ends. Like, they kind of like took out Jessica Drew because when they bring her back, she won't be connected to the rest of them or something. And
unfortunate. I mean, and I think that's going to be great for the character, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like y'all already fumbled the bag with Black Widow not having anything to do with Spider-Man. Do we really need to take another, you know what I mean? Like another woman at the very least. Like I think Spider-Man does need more women characters in the universe. But I think it has always been to the detriment of Jessica that she's Spider-Woman, but she has no connection. But even though people expect her to have it, it's weird.
Well, let's bring that marriage back, and then you can bring in Peter Parker's daughter.
I'm gonna be controversial and say I actually hate Mayday.
Well, if you do the Renew Your Vows, there was Annie Mae Parker. That's a different version. It's way to get
She's
another-
no huntress, is all I'll say. She's no huntress. But, it would be fine. I just, look, listen, I'm going to be real with you. I love Pete and MJ being married, but they do not deserve to be parents.
Ooh, burn.
Especially after the whole Chrissy thing, they don't deserve to be parents.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying they're not cut out for it. Those are going to be, people without kids unless they adopt. If they adopt or foster, that's fine. They don't need biological children.
That's true.
You know what? They should kill Liz and they can adopt Normie. How about that?
But I swear they're just doing this series just so Dan Slott. Well, Dan Slott was always like this writing Spider-Man, but like, see, I know my Spider-Man history because did the whole Peter Palmer thing.
Yeah, I know.
See, I know Stan messed up his name in Amazing Spider-Man 1. See.
Like I said, I feel like it is a waste of Dan and Mark. Like, why would you do that? Like, they're just treading water, and they're also retreading stuff too. So it's just like, ugh.
Well, again, was this supposed to hit?
And no shade to Chip, but if you're gonna do it. Don't half-ass it and just give them a different book. Put them on the main.
Yeah, and once again, was Across the Spider-Verse supposed to be out now? So
Of course it was.
Yeah,
of course it was.
Oh, I know.
It's rough. It's rough all around.
There's merch in the stores at Christmas time. I mean, action figures and stuff.
Deeply discounted merch at the stores, so they hated that. They hated it. They're like, damn it, Sony, get your together. So he's like, we would, but you keep putting movies out in every month. What do you want us to do? You saw what happened with Morbius.
It's morbid time.
We even put it back in the kids. Apparently, we were a meme, but not like a good meme like the Minions.
Morbid time.
That tweet will live in infamy.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll never get that in freaking Elon Musk Twitter. Like that. What a time to be alive, pre-Elon Musk Twitter.
Yeah.
The kids will never know.
It's so funny. You look at Twitter now, like half.
I haven't even been on Twitter in forever.
Oh my god! Now that you can buy a blue check mark, half the people on Twitter have blue check marks next to their name, even though you don't even recognize.
Do we have a blue check mark? So I'm not paying $8 to Elon Musk.
I was gonna say, well, if you want to pay the $8 a month, sure.
I mean, if a patron wanted to give us their credit card for a recurring subscription, we'll take a blue check mark on Elon Musk's Twitter.
I was gonna say you might have a sugar daddy. I don't.
Yeah. Oh, hey man, Capes and Lunatics needs a sugar daddy. Who's gonna volunteer? Robert Southgate.
Oh yeah, okay.
Make it right.
Drift over to my box.
Somebody tweet Rob. Capes and Lunatics are looking for a sugar daddy.
Who wants to pay for our blue check mark?
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Not that it means anything anymore, but yeah. I'm not like, I think it's fine enough, Spider-Man number 4, but I just wish they were on the main actual book at this point.
Yeah. Should I even ask you about Gold Goblin number 3?
So I wouldn't have got this if my guy hadn't thrown it in for free. I'm just going to be real with you.
Oh my!
He's thrown in all the Gold Goblin books for free. They're not really moving off the shelves. And I spend so much money, so it's just like...
I'm sorry, but it must be nice to be.
I don't leave my comic book store without spending at least $75 is the minimum every week, and then I come back a second time to do the, so.
I mean, good customer, and again, it must be nice to be a young, attractive woman, because I don't matter what I'm spending, I ain't getting no free comics.
Really?
No.
I get free Funkos and.
Because you're an attractive woman.
No, it's because I'm a good customer. It's because I'm a good customer.
Both. You're probably the only woman in that store.
No, that's not true. I mean, I'm probably the only one that's there consistently, but we get a good mix of customers on the high comic book holidays. But yeah, I'm probably the only consistent one. Yeah. I'm probably the only one with an arch nemesis at this point. I shall find you, good sir.
Oh my.
And I will feast on your wounds and raid your comic book stash. I want my missing Wonder Woman comics. I'm still mad about that, yes.
Oh my.
But yeah, Go Goblin. This looks like Power Rangers.
I know.
Like, what the hell is this? What is it?
And you get the added bonus of your good friend Normie Osborn.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, how long can this last? Does this get lasting past Dark
5
Web?
issues?
I guess. I'm like, is
Is
this
this an
going?
ongoing series? Because they don't have like 3 of whatever.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is it going past Dark Web? I don't know, because it said to be continued, but I didn't see a number 4 on the Dark Web list, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's clunky. Look, listen, no shade to Christopher Cantwell who wrote it, or the artist Lan Medina. I'm not here for it.
Yeah.
I am not here for it. This could have been like a backup story in somewhere. Like, this did not need to be a full-on book. I'm just being... Go Goblin, who is this for? Who is this for?
Yeah, I mean, if they want it for Dark
Russell,
Web,
are you enjoying Go Goblin? Please send in... I am dead serious. I want to know who actually is reading this and who likes it.
that's what they should have did. They should have put out extra sized issues of Amazing Spider-Man for Dark Web, and this was the backup in those issues.
It would have saved paper too. I mean,
Probably would have got more eyes on it too.
absolutely. I'll have to check the diamond numbers on this, but I don't think this has been doing too well. Like I said, I went to 3 different comic book stores and they pretty fully stocked.
And it's not even like the team. I mean, the art's fine. Christopher Cantwell, I liked his stuff on Iron
The
Man.
story's dumb.
It's just the
I'm
character.
sorry. The character's dumb. Who needed this? This was definitely an editorial mandate. They just wanted something to do.
Who wants a good guy?
It's too many goblins.
Who wants a good guy?
Roll it back.
Who wants a good guy? Norman Osborn. You want
nobody.
I want a crazy.
Nobody.
I'm gonna throw your.
I want my Lex Luthor Norman Osborn.
I'm gonna throw your girlfriend off a bridge.
You can't unscrub that stain. I'm sorry, you just can't. You gotta turn into the skid mark with Norman.
Whoa, that's what we're here for, man. Crazy as F Norman.
I don't think they understand their market anymore. I think Marvel's really losing it. I think that Disney is just got too much influence.
Or do you think it's just like, oh yeah, all the movies and shows are getting attention? It's like, oh, the comics, you can do whatever.
No, I feel like the mouse feels like everybody needs to either be a good guy or a very good anti-hero. I mean, look what happened to Deadpool.
I mean, we've had this conversation. It's like,
I don't think anybody even knows what an anti-hero means anymore.
And not every villain has to be sympathetic,
Loki ruined that for us.
We don't need every villain to be like, oh, I was either beaten as a child or something like that. It's like, no, sometimes
just like not every comic book superhero needs to have like a tragic backstory. Like let somebody just be a good person out of the goodness of their heart. Not every villain needs to have like a origin story. Some people are literally just evil. They really are.
Sometimes an a-hole's just an a-hole.
I mean, we have psychopaths, narcissists. It's a thing, people.
Exactly. Okay.
And Norman happens to be both. So
that's true. So did you see where Spider-Man also popped up this week?
Where?
In the flashback story of Joe Fixit #1.
Oh, I have not read that yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because it takes. Remember when?
I picked it up. I just actually didn't read it.
It takes place like right after Hulk 349 because Peter's like on his way home. He's at the airport.
Oh, sweet.
He's at the airport and he sees the Kingpin show up and he's like, "Oh, I better follow the Kingpin."
Oh, cool. I'm definitely like I said. This week has gotten away from me.
Yeah.
Because Monday I didn't have to work, so I slept on it.
Yeah. Oh no, you're gonna want to read this because Kingpin wants to like put the muscle on Baron Getty and
Oh no, he's really messing up. I'm definitely gonna read it though this weekend. It's on the to-do list for sure.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, so yeah.
I love that cover though. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Get it.
It's incredible.
Some might even say it's immortal.
Oh my. But yeah, let's
just hope we don't have a war planet or war.
I know. But yeah, Joe just humbles the Kingpin. That's all. So.
As he should. As he should.
But yeah,
now that's a beef I want, honestly.
I guess my reputation precedes me because the minute I like walk in the door of the shop this week, my guy was like, "Oh, I put through this in your file. Figure you want it." I'm like,
That's funny.
The most petty of Hulks. Yes, of course I want that.
Of course. Speaking of Hulk, though, he had a good week too because Planet Hulk was out as well. So.
Yeah, I think I missed it somehow. Like, it was on my list, but yeah. But
They're
no,
really pushing, and Marvel's really pushing Ultraman all of a sudden now. So I'm just like,
yeah, and I guess that, yeah, I guess that team's leaving Hulk. The creative team's leaving Hulk at 14, so they're, there's gonna be another.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be like another reboot or something probably.
Oh my
So
God.
we're gonna be there's at least gonna be a new creative team. So yeah.
I mean, what happened to writer stand for years? Honestly, I need consistency somewhere in my life, Marvel.
Well, even Ryan Otley, the artist, he was like, he said he doesn't want to do like long arcs anymore. He's like, he's fine doing like 12-issue runs.
And that's
and
the problem. And that's the problem with modern comics.
And he didn't say it, but just from his statement, it almost sounded it's like, well, yeah, the money's not there, because he even said something.
Well, yeah, the money's not there. Everybody's working like literally at least 10 jobs, whether it's in indie comics, their own self-published comics and stuff like that. But everybody does have a side hustle that is in the comic book industry at this point.
Yeah.
And it's not just conventions anymore. It's getting really bad, unfortunately.
Well,
so I totally get it, but
again, it's like, yeah, it's nice to work on like a mainstream like book like Spider-Man or something, but it's like
it's probably not worth the hassle with all the editorial mandates.
It's like if I'm not going to be making a lot of money, then at least let me not make a lot of money doing my own book or my own creator-owned book.
Yeah.
Where I have full creative control.
Definitely. Love to talk to people who have like left the mainstream and doing their own indie stuff for sure. So
yes.
We probably should. I would love to work on that for this year for the main Cape show.
Yes.
Like I said, one day we'll definitely talk to somebody at Alternate Comics. One day. Before they go out of business, Phil.
How dare you? Put the feelers out, man. We'll do it.
Literally, you can literally DM Instagram anybody at all at Alternate Comics. Seriously, that's
okay.
They'll answer you, Phil.
We'll have to reach out to them. And I was also thinking those what's the company's name? The one Spellbound, who's working with.
Spellbound's really cool too. A couple of the smaller ones too, like Aftershock and it's a couple other ones that.
So I think Dave Mattea said they reached out to him, and it was just like, yeah, you come create, and we'll do all the dirty work, all that, yeah.
Yeah, that's like I think it is especially harder for like the older like comic book creators and stuff because it is a vastly different landscape right now.
Oh yeah,
and I mean it's good and both good and bad because I feel like they weren't really focused on like the business aspect of it back in like the 60s and the 70s and even the 80s. No. So like yeah, you have to like be the whole package now. You have to know marketing and you have to have like social media etiquette, blah 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 blah.
And even if you know it, like will tell you, it's a giant.
It's still a beast.
It's a giant time suck.
It's hard. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely more interested in the business side of comic books nowadays than I am like what's actually going on in the books because it's so stale. I'm just gonna say it. We're just retreading stuff at this point.
Well, that's like why I even like talking to the creators about older stuff too, because sometimes it's like, oh,
yeah. You hear no shade. You hear the passion more about their older projects, stuff that they're really super proud of that they made their bones on. Yeah.
Either that, or it's just like, oh yeah, well, I made that that creative decision because I was kind of ordered to, get the backstory.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I love our new background, by the way. If you're watching, it's on Facebook Live or YouTube.
Yes, I've been trying to do a new background.
Although you can get rid of this bottom right hand corner.
How dare you? Spider-Man 2099.
You can get that right out of here. Matt's not gonna watch this. Get that out of here. Kona's not watching this.
Soon to be a household name thanks to Across the Spider-Verse. Really?
We'll see.
Oh.
I heard he doesn't treat Miles very well, so that's not gonna go over very well. So
I know.
They got that Hispanic going on. So we'll see.
That's the thing. I'm like, why are they making him a villain?
Because he is.
And then he looks all Eddie Brock jacked. I'm like, why?
They're never true to the source material, baby. Don't you know that?
I know.
Anywho.
All right. You want to know what we're gonna do for the next 2 weeks?
I vaguely remember. What's the homework for the kids?
Speaking of killer women, next 2 weeks we'll be talking some Betty Brant.
Finally! Listen, if somebody needs to listen to our podcast and go, you know what? They're right. Betty Brant has been behind it this whole time. And in a couple years, we're gonna do that. Once they forget about their little stupid theory, we're gonna do
That's right. because next week we're going to be covering Amazing Spider-Man 11 and 12, the original ones from 1963. So, that's going to be a wild ride.
Oh, boy. Look out for typos.
Teenagers.
Typos and hyphens, baby.
And then in 2 weeks, we'll jump right to the 90s and do Web of Spider-Man 91 and 92.
Big hair, big pouches, big guns.
That's right. For Betty
What
Brand.
the 90s are all about.
For Betty Brand, not Cable. Hail.
I mean, same difference, honestly.
How dare you? All right. And then, of course, there was five weeks this month. So, yes, I'll wrap up the month with the High Priest of Sausage himself. And, of
The
course,
Bad Babysitters Club rides again.
that's right, to cover Amazing Spider-Man 415 and Spider-Man 72.
Sausage.
Hey-oh. All right. So, yes, send all the thoughts. Like I said, man, if you have Red Sonja thoughts, send them in. We'll read them in an upcoming.
Or Gold Goblin or any other goblin that is not Hobgoblin or Green Goblin related. Please let me know your thoughts, because I want to know who these books are for. Russell, this is your time to shine, baby. Come on.
Yes.
Russell, out some feedback, boy.
Yeah, come on, Russell. Personal plea. How are you feeling about Gold Goblin? Are you reading it? What do you think? All right. So, email. What do you think of Jack-O-Lantern in these issues?
Well, actually, I feel like Jack-O-Lantern would be the better villain to push, but that's just me. I'm controversial like that. Makes more sense.
I know. All right, kids. So, yeah, send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, on Twitter, find Capes and Lunatics on Instagram. The Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network is on Hive. So find us there. Very important note, our YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are so close. We're at 267 subscribers. And anybody who's ever listened to any of these shows knows what the first number Lilith Hellfire wants to get to next. So do it for
I beg of thee.
do it for the Lilith Hellfire. So that's your mission, kids. Go to our YouTube channel and smash that subscribe button.
Smash it. You know what's funny? I'm at 569 on TikTok right now. So.
Oh my. So smash it for Lilith Hellfire.
Smash it.
And of course the Patreon, because once again, all these shows are our passion projects. So paying for this ourselves, every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester.
Man, the myth, the legend.
You guys.
That's right. And again, superhero movie brackets are over. A little torture of me is over, thank God. But you can listen to the whole thing now.
And everything's up for grabs for 2023, so send in your thoughts. We got some ideas.
Again,
like I said, this month we're getting to know each other with this, that, or the third. So if you got questions, feel free to send that in.
That's right. And again, money talks. So if you become a patron, you can make suggestions and we'll take them. Oh, yeah, we'll have to crack open Justin's list. Justin sent quite the list. I'll have to invite him and be like, hey, we're going to do your idea. Want to show up? Oh, yeah. And again, on Salty and Petty, we're going to have to do your biscuit list.
Oh, absolutely. Biscuits and tea segment. Absolutely.
All right. And, of course, you can always pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Ooh. Adamantium.
Candy.
All right, find the candy not included. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right, Lilith Hellfire, where can these kids find this TikToks you were talking about?
Yeah, right now TikTok's the only stable. Imagine that, TikTok being the only stable social media platform. So that's where you can find me on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire 69. I may or may not be making content. You gotta hit the follow button to find out. But I am making all the comments, and your post might be next.
If you want some salty commentary, follow her on TikTok.
Either salty, thirsty, you know.
Whoa!
If you know anything about TikTok, you know thirst comments are a thing.
See who can get it. Follow her on TikTok.
It's a giant sized man thing. Oh, and definitely, can we get some hopes and prayers up for Jeremy Renner?
Yes.
That's kind of wild. Like I said, 2023 is off to a crazy start.
Yes. Oh, and that young man from the NFL.
Yes, obviously. Like, shame
Yeah.
on the NFL for not pausing the game that the players had to make them do it. We'll talk about the NFL for sure. I'll have a sports rant for sure.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we should do that. Yes. Yeah.
I'll schedule that for around Super Bowl time. My NFL rant.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
And my theory.
Brandon rants. Yes. Nice. See, kid, she is calculated.
I learned from the best, Phil. I would just talk random things. You're like, no. Let's make it topical.
Stare into that skin.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
Although the
Unless it's a corporation making too much money, then it's all of our business. Because you know what we do here, kids? We eat the rich.
And on that note, again, join us next time, next 2 weeks. Another deadly woman, Miss Betty Brand.
Betty!
And of course, the always deadly Lilith Hellfire will be here. All right, kids. So join us next time if you dare. But until then, swing on back.
Thwip!
Chain mail.